Good evening. My name is Tony Burnett. I'm the law enforcement liaison for the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And we appreciate all of you being here. If you look in the background, we have representatives from the departments here in Cheatham County. And we are thankful for you, the media, for being here to cover this event. As you know, probably, May is a very active month all across the state of Tennessee and on our highways. In the month of May and August and December are our highest months for fatalities. And that's why we're gathered here today, to get the message out all across the state of Tennessee that we care about you arriving safely over the holidays, wherever your destination is. We're gathered here today by this beautiful lake, and that's very fitting because a lot of people love to celebrate the holidays on the lake, and so we're at a beautiful location here, and we appreciate the accommodation of the park here letting us come here today. We want this to be a safe holiday, a time for you and your family that will be uninterrupted by a phone call, by a knock at the door with bad news. During this holiday, from May 21st through June 3rd, we will be having extra enforcement all over the roadways across Tennessee, and especially here in Middle Tennessee. Even tonight, we will be partnering with agencies from Middle Tennessee and the state of Kentucky. We call it Hands Across the Border. We'll be there enforcing the laws in both states and trying to ensure a safe ride for everyone. For this year's Click It or Ticket enforcement campaign, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration encourages all states to participate in the kickoff event Border to Border. Border to Border is a one-day seatbelt awareness campaign. It will be on May 21st from 4 to 8 p.m. Its primary focus will be to ensure that people are wearing their seatbelt. For the last several years, over 40% of our fatalities were unbelted. That's too many. That's too many. Sergeant Kaplinger will talk to you a little bit more about this year's numbers here in just a few minutes. It will be during nighttime hours from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Click It or Ticket isn't about how many citations we can write. A lot of times when we see extra patrolmen out on the streets, extra troopers out on the streets and deputies, people think that might be our goal. Our goal is always to save lives. It's never about numbers, but we want to see how far we can drive down the number of people that get killed and injured on the roadways each and every year. Like I said, this is one of the high months that we have each and every year. One of the other things is not only will people fail to wear their seat belts, but sometimes during the holidays people will consume alcohol. We also want you to make sure that you make the decision to drive sober, to drive responsibly, don't speed, don't drive distracted. To help prevent crash fatalities and injury accidents, our responsible driving behavior is a must. Please make responsible decisions. Let's make this Memorial Day the safest Memorial Day ever. We can do that when we take individual responsibility for our actions. I'm so happy to see all the partnerships that stand behind me today. We have departments from here in Middle Tennessee that will participate in this campaign. Not only with enforcement, but education and public information as well. At this time, I want to introduce to you a sheriff that's always active in protecting the citizens of his county, whether it be with traffic enforcement, drug enforcement, or whatever it might be. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office is always proud to be partnered with sheriffs like Sheriff Mike Breedlove. At this time, I'll ask him to come to the podium and make any comments he would like to.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for coming. And actually, the great turnout is not because of this endeavor. It's because we have some really good catfish here. So hope everybody's stomach is full. Cheatham County, like all of Tennessee counties, want our drivers to do everything that they can to protect themselves and also their loved ones when they're behind the wheel. No one ever thinks when they're driving they're going to be involved in a serious accident, but we're seeing such an increase because more people are moving in to our counties from all over the country. My teenage son was involved in a serious accident, and he credits wearing his seatbelt that kept him from being ejected out of the car and killed. As sheriff, I can't stress enough to always wear your seatbelt. Make it a habit. Start that feeling strange without it, and keep it wrapped around you when you get in that car. It's proven time and time again that by clicking it, it will save your life and the life of your loved ones. We're going to be out here, and we're going to be enforcing the seatbelt laws, and we just want everybody just to start buckling up. It amazes us. It amazes me how many people are still driving around with their children, and no one is buckled up and buckled in. So that's about all I got to say, and thank y'all so much for coming out and helping spread the word.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you so much, Sheriff. One of the great partners and one of the groups of people that is a must to keep our highway safe is the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and we're happy to have Sergeant Charles Kaplinger with Tennessee Highway Patrol at this time.
Thank you, Tony. Like Tony said before, everybody, we get a bad rap sometimes for writing seatbelt tickets, but it's not about citations. It's not about anything other than saving lives. We love our jobs, but there's one thing that we hate. We hate the knock on the door that everybody dreads. And this year, as of today's date, we have made that knock 317 times so far in the state of Tennessee today. That's 317 families that's lost loved ones. As out of those 317 fatalities, 108 of those fatalities were unbuckled. Either the driver or the passenger was unbuckled in the crash that occurred. 108 fatalities that could possibly have been prevented by just simply clicking your seatbelt. As of today's date, in the Nashville district, which includes all these guys behind us, guys and girls for doing the hard work, we're down 20 fatalities in the Nashville, the 12 counties in the Nashville THP district. We feel accredited by the hard work of these men and women of these departments behind us, along with the efforts from the Tennessee Highway Patrol, along with the leadership of Director Donahoe, Colonel Trott, Colonel Stewart, that we're making the move in the right direction. The reason I say we're making a move in the right direction is we're down 60 fatalities from this time last year. Last year we had 377 fatalities at this date. Today we have 317. We like to think we're making headway, and we are, but we're going to continue our efforts with this Click It or Ticket campaign. It's not that hard. It's very simple. Click it or ticket.
Thank you, Sergeant Kaplinger. We also have another great partner that, since I took this job, has been always at the forefront of whatever the Tennessee Highway Safety Office goals and initiative was. They were always with us and always behind us. And so we're glad to have Ashland City represented here as well. We're in their jurisdiction here today, and we're thankful for their support and all the wonderful things they do for us. At this time, we'll have Detective Sergeant Bill Howard.
Thank you, Tony. The Ashland City Police Department wholeheartedly supports this campaign, and I know personally that I've had to deliver some of these messages in the past, and it's not a good thing to have to do. Our goal, and I'm sure the other officers of the police department feel this way, would be to see the signs throughout the interstate system that reflect the number of fatalities in the state of Tennessee stay where it is between now and the end of this campaign. As I said before, the Ashland City Police Department wholeheartedly supports this campaign, and we'll do everything we can possibly do to enforce seatbelt laws and other laws as we see fit. Thank you.
Thank you, Detective Powers. I also want to make some other comments. As you well know, Memorial Day is a time that we memorialize those who gave their life for our country, who made that ultimate sacrifice. Just this morning, we attended the Tennessee Highway Patrol Police Trooper Memorial for all those that have been killed on Tennessee roadways and other means by protecting and serving all across the state of Tennessee. You're going to see a lot of troopers. You're going to see them on the side of the road. And let me say this, move over, move over. Don't put those in jeopardy that are out trying to protect you from people who drive irresponsibly. And remember, if you drive irresponsibly, if you're not wearing your seatbelt, if you're speeding, driving distracted, or if you're driving impaired, whether that be by alcohol or drugs, you are our focus to get you and those around you to drive and to arrive alive at your destination. We appreciate so much you being here today. We thank you for helping us spread the message across the state of Tennessee. We will be around for a few minutes to take any questions that you might have or any interviews. Thank you to all the men and women behind me that will sacrifice time during their holiday to make sure that yours is safe. Thank you, and have a happy Memorial Day.